Welcome back to Reus 2. Last time I played this for a video, I was still extremely confused about how the game worked. I was kind of flailing around, doing my best to guess, but watching that last video won't really explain the game very well. And honestly, watching this video might also not explain the game very well. I don't think I'm fully caught up with it yet, but I understand a few things that I think really matter. So hopefully this can turn out to be a slightly better beginner's guide, I guess, to the experience than the last one was. But we will certainly see. Let me see who I want to start with. Let's go with the Goddess. So the Goddess is a money-focused character, so I'll be wanting to focus on things that can make me money. But I also kind of like to, I'd kind of like to show off some of the newer giants that I've unlocked. So I don't actually know if these guys are particularly good with money. Actually, wait a minute. Okay, so this is high-yield science, high-yield mystery, and high-yield science and gold. And then, okay, the desert is mostly gold. Let's go with taiga, though, just because it's whatever, because it's neat. I'll show you why it's neat in a bit. Oh, we got all our little naked people. We got to help them have a world. Okay. So here is the fundamental thing that I did not understand about this game. The most important thing to be aware of is the fact that this Eon bar here, this is your timer. This is the thing that determines when you're forced to move on to the next area and when you're forced to quit the game or to end the game. And the way that this fills up is every time you place something in a biome, every time you place a biotica, this thing fills up a little bit. And some biotica that you place will fill it up more than others under certain circumstances. So you have to really be careful. This is sort of your limit before you're done. This right here, if you want to be unlocking rewards, following these objectives is the most important thing. Now, the very first era, the objective here is extremely loose, and you're not really trying to target very much. So at the very beginning of the game, I kind of ignored this because it didn't seem very important. It becomes more important later on in the game. For right now, though, we want to start a goddess settlement. And so we want it to be a place where we can make money. And so what I probably want is to put my most money-making terrain in the immediate vicinity. And actually, so one thing that I was wondering for a while was, would it make sense for me to just go back and forth from biome to biome, just put whatever biome I want in every single tile? And there's a reason not to do that, because a lot of the things you try to build in these biomes, they rely on biodiversity. You need to have a certain number of different things in a biome in order for the best things to be there. And so that means you need to have space inside the biome to support that. So let's just put them right in the middle of a big old taiga biome. So taiga is special because you can actually cram more of these little slots into it. So if this is the first video about this you've watched, basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to reach certain goals by building up the human settlements on this planet. The way that I build up the human settlements is providing them with resources through the natural world. And so these little hexagonal slots here in this biome are where I can put stuff that these humans will then use to build up their society. And the more they're able to build up their society, the more thresholds of achievement I'm going to reach. And so I can place different biomes. In fact, let's just, for the heck of it, place all three. So let's put a big old swamp biome over here. And let's put a big old ocean biome over here. For right now, though, these guys, you can see this little border here. They're only going to be processing stuff in this area, which means this is also the cheapest area for me to work. If I try to place biotica in these little slots over here where the humans aren't working, that's going to cost me more Eon. I'm going to actually fill up much faster and have to sort of move on to the next era much faster. So we don't want to do that. So what do we have in these slots? This slot here is a mineral booster. So if I've got a fancy rock, I'm going to put it there because everything that rock does is going to get better. These other three are more generic. So the three giants, each of them places a certain kind of biotica in these slots. The swamp giant or the forest giant will place plants. The ocean giant will place animals. and the taiga giant will place minerals. And the desert giant, the whatever rock giant, does that as well. And I think there might be more giants I haven't discovered yet. I don't know. So my two options here are a money-making option, the agate, or a science-making option, the stone. So I'm going to put an agate here. The agate, though, a lot of these things have synergies and stuff that you can create. The agate is kind of boring because it doesn't have any synergies. So at some point, I'm probably going to want to swap it out for something that does have more interesting synergies. And swapping it out costs Eon, so I've got to be careful. But I think it's like, if I had a better handle on the game and what future possibilities there were, I might be able to plan ahead for some of my favorites. But what you get access to, I had actually worried for a little while that that the game might be too solvable, because if you just learn what all of the biotica do, you could really plan ahead and have a strategy. But that's not true, actually, because after you unlock a whole bunch of them, like for instance, I've just earned the ability to draft a new set of things in the taiga. Which 3 I was offered is random, and the more of these I unlock, the more I achieve, the more random it gets. And so actually I can't really plan ahead for what I'm going to have. So it looks like, okay, so I could unlock foxes in the taiga, which give you extra money, and if you fill the taiga with more animals, they give you even more money. So that seems like a worthwhile investment. So I'm going to unlock this fox. And so now I can immediately start placing better stuff. I'm going to have the ocean giant do it. So the ocean giant can place a fox. Now this fox, before I place it, it requires 4 biodiversity, which we just don't have. So I want to build up towards getting this fox, but I can't place it right now. Instead, what I can place is a bunch of other animals. Before I do that, though, now that I know I'm going to be placing a bunch of animals in this area to support my fox strategy, let's see what we have here. So, oh, wow. Okay, so they've got a cat temple option, so it makes me want to play cats everywhere. I don't know how many cats I'm going to have access to, though. The merchant pier wants to have ocean minerals, which I might get eventually for this town, but I won't anytime soon. Element biotica and gem biotica. Okay, so these options aren't great for me because I'm planning to have an animal-focused economy around here, and they're basically asking me to place a bunch of precious elements and stuff instead. So this one wants element biotica, and this one wants gem biotica specifically. And this one actually has lower rewards for a more specific request. That's odd, actually. Overseer just seems better as a general rule. So as long as I can get 2 or 3 elements within my borders, it's okay if everything else is animals. I'll still get the benefits of this improvement. So, okay, so we're going to build the Overseer. But one thing that I didn't realize at first is that I've got actually a limited time to get to earn these benefits, because if I don't unlock them in an early enough era, then this is just going to go away, and I'm not going to have the opportunity anymore. So I've already unlocked the ability to build another town, by the way, and that's making me a little bit nervous, actually, because I don't want to spend a bunch of biotica and a bunch of Eon on a second town if there's progress I need to make with the goddess. So I'm going to go build a little bit of... Actually, I don't want ocean here. You know what? I'm going to build some more taiga over here. So I'm going to build some more taiga over here so we can support another town if we want to. But first, even though I eventually want to have a bunch of animals here, I think I'm going to start thinking about what elements I can place to satisfy the needs of that improvement. Because basically, even though, like, for instance, I'm getting 30 agate from this spot, which is the 15... Sorry, I'm getting 30 gold from this agate in this spot, which it's the normal 15, but it's doubled because it's got the mineral booster in that space. I need to place 2 more elements in order to get the benefit of this improvement. And you notice that, like, this thing was providing me 30, and that was actually pretty impressive. This could provide me with up to 120. These improvements can give you so much more benefits for the town than normal stuff. Like, you really need to target these if you want your town to be successful. So, I have 3 different elements I can place. This one... Okay, yeah, so taiga is a later introduced biome. And one of the reasons it's introduced later is because it's got interesting extra mechanics, like being rugged, for instance. The more rocks you place out here, the more rugged it gets, and then things that depend on it being rugged, like, you know, the extra output from this element, those get better. So I'm actually thinking, now what were the rules for that cat? I mean, for that fox? Okay, so it wants animals in the biome. So right now I'm being forced to place elements in this biome so that I can unlock the overseer. No, wait a minute. Oh, wait, no. This isn't. I'm sorry. This is a gem. Gems and elements are different. Ah, I forgot about this. Element isn't the category of biotica. Element is a tag on certain biotica. Like stone, for instance, has element on it, but agate and charwat don't. They're gems. So I've got 2 gems and an element. What do I have if I was building in the forest, in the swamp? I've only got stone and amethyst. Amethyst wants to be next to an animal. That's cool. But foxes can't go here. Foxes only go in the taiga. Okay. So I've got a complicated problem here now. I do want a taiga full of foxes. I definitely want that. But I also want a bunch of elements, and now I've actually got fairly limited options here. So what I think I should probably do is let's try to level up the town. But I think as long as we don't advance the era, I still have time to get those elements in place. So the stoat is a predator. It wants to be next to another critter. This is, okay, this vole is interesting. It increases the biodiversity directly, but it doesn't provide as much food. But these guys don't need that much food anyway. So I'm going to place voles here. And then I'll place stoats, and being next to voles will make the stoats more valuable. And I think, oh yeah, so the goddess village, it's already up at level, it's trying to go for level 2. I just need to raise its prosperity. It actually doesn't care where the prosperity is coming from. Oh, hey, these guys are going to extend its borders now. I'm not sure what triggers that exactly, but they're going to go extend the borders. That's good. That gives me more space to work. But let's stick the stoat in there. So the stoats can now prey on the voles that are right next to them, which means they provide more cash than they normally would. You see here? Normally they would provide only like 17 or something, but they're providing an extra 20 because they're next to at least one other critter bioticum. And so now we actually have enough biodiversity that we can place the fox. The fox requires 4. We've got 4. Stick the fox over here, and that fox is going to be really productive because it's not only going to be providing its own gold, it'll be providing gold for each other animal in the biome. And so that includes the vole, it includes the stoat, and you'll notice the vole, I think, just upgraded because this place got more rugged. You see the rugged score up here, the 7? That's based on number of rocks that were placed, number of minerals, that's what they're called, number of minerals that were placed, and the number of predators that were placed. So this is a super rugged place. The prosperity of the goddess, it's about to hit 15, which means the goddess village will level up. And so we've gotten the goddess pretty far for our first era, which is pretty cool. And I think she's just not even unlocking any more levels at this point until we move on to the next era. So now the question is, I don't think I can actually achieve the goal for the Overseer. I'm hoping that the Overseer will carry over into the next era. I'm not sure if it will. I mean, because I can definitely, this one element that I've got, I can stick a stone in there. And maybe I can actually swap out either the charwat or the agate for more stone. Oh, no. Okay, no. Placing that stone, that rolled over the era. So let's see if we just wasted that improvement. Okay, so now I choose the next kind of era that I want. So I can either do a calm era where all I'm trying to do is is have a certain amount of prosperity on the planet, which is fairly straightforward and easy, or I can go for a more ambitious monument age, which means that the goddess is going to be setting some particularly stringent requirements, but I can unlock rewards for getting different levels of stars. So let's go with monument age just because it's interesting. Okay, so for the monument age, to get 1 star in the monument age, I need to have 13 wealth for the goddess, and she's currently at 9, and she's expanding her borders, so this could actually work pretty well. And I'm actually kind of inclined to... Okay, wait, actually, let's look at our drafts. I can't get another taiga, but I could get something for the rainforest. Let's see what our options are in the rainforest. Are there other elements that I can get? Flint is an element. Topaz is not an element. So this is all science-focused, but the goddess doesn't... Wealth is important to the goddess, but she will benefit from other upgrades. So maybe we should go for the Gumbo Limmetry just to get another element that we can work with. But the Scarlet Macaw is also very wealth-focused, and the Topaz is very wealth-focused. I'm just thinking, I should have chosen the gem upgrade. I should not have chosen the one that was focused on elements. I just forgot. I thought element meant mineral. I thought it was like just minerals. I didn't realize that. Yeah. So you see, I'm still learning this game myself. So now the parakeet does actually produce gold. So I'm not completely screwing myself out of wealth if I choose the parakeet. The macaw definitely does more. And actually, one thing I don't know yet is, have we invalidated the Overseer? No, the Overseer is still active. Okay, so I think the Overseer will probably go away next time. But I think the Overseer is still active, so I can still satisfy it. Okay, so I think in that context, I should grab the Gumbo Limbo, because it gives me another element to work with. And I can still use that parakeet. So let's place the flint here. And let's see what the parakeet needs. So it wants to be next to a tree. Well, that'll be really easy to accommodate in the swamp. So we'll stick it here. That costs 5 eon. Now, I had gotten the impression that placing things outside the city limits would cost more eon, but I could have been making that up. So we got a parakeet here. We can make the parakeet do more if there's a tree next to it. Okay, yeah, so this costs 5 eon, but that's not any more than things usually cost. So let's do that. And it looks like we have some people going out to extend our borders a little bit further too. And this tree, it adds extra biodiversity, which is nice. So these people are going to extend our borders a little bit, and then I just need to put one more element next to the tree. Oh wait. Oh, here's a plant booster. Okay, no. What I need to do is move that tree. So same tree. Let's place it there. It's still adjacent to the parakeet, so no problem, but it's getting the tree booster, which makes it more powerful. And then the spot where we put the old tree, let's put... Oh my gosh, I ran myself out of element doing that. Out of eon. No! Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, yeah, so... I can't believe we already progressed to a new era. That's crazy. Okay, yeah, so we've gotten a little bit from the Overseer, but not as much as we could have, just because I placed this stupid tree first. If I'd replaced this tree first, and then placed the tree, we would have gotten a big pile of gold here. I would have satisfied this. Oh, that's so frustrating. Okay, well, at least the goddess was in the process of counting up her wealth. Her wealth did actually just cross the line. We got 1 star in the Monument Age, but... Oh, that's frustrating. That's frustrating. I mean, I planned this whole thing like garbage from the beginning, so, you know, whatever. Let's continue. So the people completed the pyramid. So we got the thing done for the Monument Age. And we got 1 star in it. So that's not... Oh, wait, no. Oh, we got 2 stars. Oh, did we... You know what? I think when we started this age, we had already satisfied star 1. So we weren't going for star 1. We were going for star 2. So we successfully got star 2. That's cool. All right. And now we need to choose the next age. Let's choose a merchant age. But we need to have multiple cities to satisfy a merchant age. So we're now going to need to be very careful. All right, so now let's have a look at the improvements to the city. So the Overseer is now Legacy. So it's still giving me the 60 wealth, but I never got the 120 that I intended to get from it. So my city is already kind of handicapped now by this. And actually, I just realized, I think my head probably belongs in the lower left. So we'll try that. Because then you can see this a lot better. Okay, so now we're going to need 2 more cities. So let's ignore the goddess for a little bit, and let's plant a couple of cities. Actually, let's put another rainforest over here, so that we've sort of biomed out the entire area. And let's put 1 city... We'll put 1 city over here at the edge of the ocean, and the other city over here at the edge of the forest, I think is what we want. And we want people who are into gold. Okay, so the Pirate Queen wants the high seas and gold. So let's run her over here. So the Pirate Queen should be the one that's over here. And the reason I want people who like gold is because I'm trying to get 3 cities to 8 wealth. And it really is helpful if the cities themselves want the wealth. like, because if you've got this overall goal that is trying to get cities with certain stats, but the cities themselves won't level up unless you give them different stats, you end up kind of fighting against yourself. So while they're on the road, let's see. Okay, let's pick a new improvement here. So, okay, so the mansion wants minerals within your borders. It doesn't pay very well, but that is one I can pretty easily satisfy because I've already got, I think, at least 4. I've already got this mostly satisfied. The fur clothier wants fur biotica. How many fur biotica do I already have? So let's look at these guys. These guys have fur. These guys don't have usable fur. These guys have double fur. Okay, I've already got... This is great. I'm already satisfying the fur clothier, and it's got the biggest payout. So let's unlock that. And I don't have to put any extra work into this. Look at all that money. Holy crap. I love it when that happens. So yeah, the fur clothier is fully satisfied the moment I build it because I've already got 3 fur tags inside the boundaries. And so you can see that the towns take them time to level up. And basically, so this, I believe that the prosperity, is the sum of these 3 stats. And so as this stat is going up, I think it's going to fill up probably once more. The prosperity stat is going up, and 40 prosperity is what the Goddess Town needs to level up. So Goddess Town's doing great. Let's go over here and check out what the Pirate Queen wants. So the Pirate Queen wants wealth. So we can do that in the ocean, but there's a totally different set of options in the ocean. Agate is an option everywhere, I guess. Bedrock doesn't give me money. We want money. Clownfish give you money if you have sea anemones next to them. Sea anemones provide mystery, which different leaders use in different ways. I'm not sure how she uses mystery. Does it tell me somewhere? Ah, yes. She makes extra money from mystery. So yeah. So if we put... Well, let's see what else we want to put in here, because that provides food. Yeah, basically the only options I have are agate, clownfish, and sea anemones. to provide money here. But that's very doable. So let's just place those 3. And as soon as we do that, they immediately start growing. And they start pushing out into the jungle. Oh, and we've got a place to put minerals. Let's have a look at what minerals do we have in the swamp. Or rainforest, wherever this is. So we put... Okay, we could put animal there if it's adjacent to... I'm sorry, put amethyst there. And it will get extra money if it's next to an animal. So we'll put that there. And it's going to be doubled because it's on a mineral booster. And then let's put an animal next to it. Like a parakeet? Now, a parakeet wants to be next to a tree. Or actually, a pit viper gets even more if it's next to a critter. And we've got guinea pigs, which are critters. Parakeets are also critters. Okay, so if we do snake... And... Well, I clicked the wrong thing. Snake... Parakeet... And... Let's actually hold off, because these guys... Actually, let's see what our options are here. So they're ready to build an improvement. Okay, they want predators. I've got 1 predator. And this provides gold, which is the main thing we want here. So... Ooh, but this one will give me mystery. And each of these mysteries turns into 5 gold and some other stuff. So if I get 15 mystery, that's 15 times 5. That's 75 gold plus some other stuff. So it's not as high as this. But also, distinct ocean bioticum, I can get that immediately. This, I'd have to figure out... I mean, at this point, I'd have to put like 3 snakes in there. I don't think I can do that as easily. So let's unlock the ocean shrine because we know we can do it immediately. And it won't be legacy. Won't get legacied. So all we need... Oh, hey. Oh, we've got deep ocean. Nice. Okay, so all we need is just 1 more ocean bioticum. But actually, if we're going to be advancing the ocean here, let's go and grab some more stuff from our ocean. How can we make more money in the ocean? Pearls. Pearls can let us make money in the ocean. And they also have sea crates, which are predators. So they want to be next to critters. And Jasper likes to be next to animals. Okay, this is very lucrative. Okay, so... Actually, honestly, this is so lucrative, I'm almost worried about overdoing it. Okay, so... We could put the snakes here. The snakes want to be adjacent to critters, though. And so, the clownfish are a critter, and I could have put them here to be next to the sea anemones. So, I'm going to move them. I'm going to put the clownfish there. Then I'll put the snakes here. And then the pearls, they want to be adjacent to the coast. So I don't know what counts as adjacent. Is this one the only one adjacent to the coast? Or is this one also adjacent to the coast? I can't tell. So I think I've got a lot of Eon left. So I think I'm going to be absolutely safe. Oh, I can't place it until I have more biodiversity anyway. Okay, well, let's move the anemones. So I'm planning to put the pearls there. But let's put our snaky friends... Oh, snakes can only be in shallow waters. What can be in deep waters? Okay, well, snaky friends go there then. And then how much biodiversity do I need to place the pearls? I need 3, and I've got 3. Okay, so now I can place the pearls. But I'm going to need some kind of deep water animals. What are my deep water animals? Are herring? Can I put herring in the deep water? They only provide food, which... Oh, the pirate village is asking for food, actually. And I can put them there. Okay, so good. This is going to be my big food source for the pirate village. And now I'm pretty sure that the ocean shrine... Yes, the ocean shrine is producing its full mystery. Because I've got enough ocean biotica. And then I need to put something else here. How are we doing on food? Tree village. We need a little bit more food. I've got another spot over here. So I could just put more herring in here. That could totally work. Or I could find a novel. Like the more biodiversity you get, the better. Is there a tree that's a good source of food? Papaya makes a lot of food if there's biodiversity, and there is. So yeah, let's stick a papaya there. And I think that rounds us out on the pirate village. That's going to get the pirate village up where it needs to be. And now we need to make a third town. So let's put another town basically halfway between the borders of the other two places. The merchant wants gold. That's what we want him to have as well. So we'll start a merchant town over here. So I had expressed some anxiety the last time I played this game that it could become solvable. Meaning that, if you just know enough about the game, you know exactly all the right things to do to maximize the outcomes, and the game stops being fun. There's a lot of city builder type games that fall into that trap. They could devise a system where it's just completely solvable and really straightforward to solve. And I was worried about that at first when I was playing the very early iteration of the game where, you haven't unlocked a lot of stuff and not a lot of stuff has been explained to you. I was worried the game might be solvable. The main reason it is not solvable is because as you progress, you unlock more and more random variety amongst the types of cities that can be settled, the types of, cards that you can or types of, biotica that you can draft, the types of ages that you can, progress into. And basically, you never have full control over what options are going to be available to you. I've done runs through this where I was trying to do the Monument Age and the Merchant Age, all these money-focused things, and it kept handing me non-money cities. And so I was contending with the conflict between the overall objectives needing money and the individual cities wanting other things out of the same resources. And so, you just can't control what the game's going to do to you. So you're always trying to be flexible on your feet, solve different problems every time, and that's what makes the game not solvable. And so at first I was a little bit worried because I couldn't see how it wasn't going to be solvable, but now I can really see it. And yeah, I think that this is, they're making the right choices here. So, merchant settlement. It needs wealth. Are there wealthy trees that I can place in the taiga? No. So, as a general rule, plants provide science and food. Animals provide wealth and food. Minerals provide wealth and science. So you can just reliably say, okay, this is a tree booster, it's a plant booster. I'm not going to be able to get any money out of that. So I'm going to leave that empty for now because I don't want to put anything into it besides a plant, but what I need now is not what plants provide. However, if there's an animal I can place, for instance, that wants to be next to a tree. Why are we in the ocean? We're in the taiga. If there's an animal that benefits from having trees nearby in this area, or in this area, like, for instance, the parakeet makes more money if it's next to a tree. So I could put the parakeet here, and then put a tree next to it, and that benefits the parakeet. And so that feels worthwhile, even though, the tree itself isn't doing all that much. But let's see what other wealth we can get here. So, amethyst wants to be next to an animal. The parakeet provides that. So we'll put an amethyst there. And then the animals available in the taiga. The stoat likes being next to critters, and it is next to a critter because the parakeet counts as a critter. And so now we can place a fir tree here to take advantage of... Oh, wait, cancel that. Actually, we've got another plant booster in here. So, okay, we've got multiple plant boosters in this biome. Let's go and see if we can actually get something valuable, some kind of plant that I'm really excited about in the taiga. So the potato, it puts food out. The blue bead produces science. Over here we've got the crossbill that likes being next to trees. The crossbill looks like an even better version of the parakeet. It doesn't do... I think parakeet adds biodiversity or something. But this one makes more money from being next to trees. That's valuable. These are actual trees. And this was a 2-star tree, actually, which is something we can get into. But yeah, okay, yeah, I like... Oh, and the Nightjar, it also provides money. Okay, yeah, so let's unlock this. Okay, so we've unlocked some new biotica for the taiga that actually benefit a lot from having trees. Now let's see what our options are here. Okay, so Merchant Pier, no. We don't have any oceans nearby. That's not useful. Trade Post, distinct biotica with base gold yield within its borders. Yes, we can. I think we can already do that. We're almost there, but very low yield. This one wants gems, but I'm going to be devoting almost all of my space, just based on what's available here, to plants and animals. So I think I'm going to go for the Trade Post, even though it's got less yield, because I can definitely fulfill it. I can fulfill it easily without running out of Eon. Okay, so now I've got more plants available. How rugged is this place? It's only 2 rugged so far, but I am planning on placing predators and things in here. So this will raise my overall prosperity as it gets more rugged. So I think I'm going to place this here as my tree that feeds into the parakeet. Overall, we want to get the wealth of this city up to 8. So that's that. And then we could put just a regular, like a fir tree over here in order to increase biodiversity. And then that will make animals next to it who want to be near trees, like these guys, more valuable. So I think every food-producing item you place here, like this tree, will reduce the ruggedness. So right now, the ruggedness in this area is actually really low because I've got a bunch of food in here. However, we did just hit 8 wealth with our 3rd city. So now we're trying to get them all up to 15. We're pretty close with Pirate Town. We're not there with Merchant Village yet, but Merchant Village is getting closer. Let's give them some time to charge up. Ooh, the pirates want to build another improvement. A fishing fleet. A tavern, which gives them both of these resources. And that wants animals. I've got a fair number of animals already. Or I could get just lots of money with gems. Let's see. So how many animals do I have? I've got the herring, the snakes, the clownfish, more snakes. Yeah, I've already got 5 animals in here. So it feels like the tavern is going to be a good choice. I only need to raise their wealth by a little bit, and food by a lot. So investing in something that will bump them up on the wealth side, but raise their food significantly at the same time is probably a good move. Okay, so now to get the 2nd star for Merchant Age, I need to focus down on the Merchant Town. Because I've already achieved that level with the pirates, though part of me is like, is there just one more animal I can place? Now, does it need to be distinct animals? Let's look at this improvement again. Distinct animals. So I've got 5 distinct animals, and unfortunately, I don't have another animal that I can place in the ocean. But I do have another draft. So let's go get a new ocean animal. And that can let me... Let's see here. So we've got sea bass, which... I'm wondering, does the reef tag mean that he has to be placed in the shallow water? Oh, barrel eyes can only be placed in the deep, and it's only a 2nd tier one. And the suckerfish might be easier. Okay, let's unlock this one. This one clearly seems like a big fancy one. Okay, so now we've got animals we can place, including the marlin, which is very powerful, and the barrel eyes, which will give us a lot of money and also give us the biodiversity that we need. I kind of want to place the barrel eyes. However, the barrel eyes is 2-star. And I don't know. but we do have upgrade slots. So let's talk about upgrading. This is something I haven't done on the video before. This is something you unlock as you progress through the game. The ability to upgrade a slot. So the ocean giant is on their way. But what this does basically, it means that... Oh, wait. Let's not do it yet. I forgot. When you upgrade a slot, the animals that were already there, the biotica that are already there, they retain their positive effects. They basically bank those positive effects and keep them, but then you get to paper over them with even more stuff. So I should actually stick something in here, like this jasper, that can be kept as a legacy benefit of these slots before I go in here and start upgrading things. So we're going to wait for the guy to show up. Okay, so let's put some jasper in. Okay, now because it's next to the animals, it's making a lot more. So we got 20 from that, 23 food from that. Okay, so now we're going to upgrade it. And so now basically the two biotica that are in there already are going to get kind of consumed. And now I can replace them with new ones. Oh, and the benefits here are replaced too. So now there's a plant booster and an empty slot. So, okay, so the animal that I wanted to place in here. Now, I think biodiversity may have gone down because we did lose the presence of these animals. But I'm going to stick the barrel eyes in there. So I get back having one distinct animal there. And I believe... Yeah, so okay, I've replaced the animal, but it wants one more animal within the borders. And so this is a plant booster now, though, which makes it feel like a missed opportunity if I stick an animal in there. Why did I stick this papaya tree there? Oh, it's for the parakeet. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm actually gonna waste the plant booster, at least for now. I'm gonna put a second animal in there. Now, I've got just enough biodiversity for biodiversity. That's what it takes to place the marlin. The marlin is super productive, but it wants a bigger ocean. It wants 6 or 8 patches in the ocean. So let's place it, but it might be worth expanding. Right now we got 5 patches in this ocean, and we're not using this part of the ocean. No, this is being used, but we're not using this. So I think we should actually extend the ocean to give this guy more of a benefit. Right now he's not using top speed, but we can at least... I can't give him 8 because that would infringe on the other... Oh, wait, or would it? Hold on a second. Okay, we just got times 6. Here's another thing we haven't done yet. The planet shop. Ah, so I've collected enough population, I can actually buy an expansion charge in the planet shop. This is another feature that wasn't in. Like, I hadn't unlocked it yet the last time we made a video. I'm going to buy one of those. I'm going to expand the entire planet. So I'm trying to remember where that's done. I think it's done here. So I'm going to put an expansion slot right here on the coast. And because it's outside the city, I get 4 new slots. So now suddenly, this marlin is like, yeah! I am producing so much more now. This is an ungodly amount of stuff for one biotica to be producing. That's insane. Usually only like town improvements can do that. That's amazing. So let's check on the town's progress. Okay, we're at 22 wealth here at the pirate town. So pirate town is not quite ready to level up, but it's getting close. Now, I've only got a little bit of Eon left. Merchant Town. How fast can I get Merchant Town up to 15 wealth so that I can get 2 stars in the Merchant Age? So let's remind ourselves what we're already doing with the Merchant Town. We've got a couple of animals. We're going mostly for wealth. Got Amethyst here. We've got Crossbill. I think we've got at least something here that benefits from... Oh yeah, it generates food from having... a lot of ruggedness, but otherwise ruggedness isn't a huge priority. Let's see what our options are. We want to make money. Okay, so there's money from minerals. There's money from distinct biotica with gold yield. And distinct gem biotica. The gem pays the best. If I just have 3 gems, I get 80 for this one. I might not be able to get all the way up to 5. This one is only minerals. It doesn't pay as well, but not by that much. Only for minerals generally, though. I think I've only got the 1. I don't have... And how much Eon do I have left? I've only got 7 Eon. I think is that what this means? I don't have a lot of Eon left. Now, if I replace existing things, I think that costs less Eon than placing something brand new. So if I, for instance, were to... Now, these parakeets would suffer for this, but if I swapped the tree out for something that makes money, that would decrement the parakeets' benefit. They would lose 10, but if it was valuable enough, it might be a good, cheap way to do it. Let me see what my options are mineral-wise. So I've got a gem that I can place. Most of its benefit comes from ruggedness that I don't have. We got agate. I think each level of wealth costs 25 right now, so the agate would not give me enough to level it up very much, but it could help towards an improvement. If I can place 2 gems, it's another amethyst. So yeah, if I can place 2 gems and get up to 3 gems, that would give me plus 80, which would be a fair amount. But let's count Biotica with gold yield, because that might be easier. Let's see here. So we've got... If we've got 5 or 7... Okay, so how many of these have gold yield? Crossbill has gold yield. Stoat, parakeet, and amethyst. I'm at 4. So I only need 1 more to get 80 gold. But then I would need 2 more to get the other... But I could swap my trees out, which I might be able to afford to do, and then swap them out again later. I think that might be the best thing. Let's go market. Oh, they have to be distinct biotica. Are any of these repeats? I think, actually... Yeah, I would have to repeat the amethyst, unless... Do I have a... Ooh, pit viper. I could add a pit viper, not another amethyst here. And then I could add a Sharwat here. And that adds 2. Yeah, okay. I think I can still do this. Okay, so, market. And because I'm running right up against my limits here, let's do this in a careful order. Let's not make the mistake I made before. So... This has an output of 5, which is not very much. Unless I can raise the ruggedness. So I think the Pit Viper, that's going to have a much more immediate positive benefit. I'd love to be able to put it here. If I had put the Parakeet here and this... No, there really wasn't a good way to do this. I wish the Animal Booster was here. Because this needs to be next to the Parakeet. But, oh, well, whatever. We'll place it. We'll see what effect that has. Let's let the ocean giant get over here. Thing is, I got really carried away with how exciting it was to be placing these fancy biotica over here. And I shouldn't have done that. I should have really, once I bumped the pirate town over the 15 limit, I should have changed direction, basically. Okay, so let's see how much wealth that got me. Between satisfying the new improvement and... placing the snakes. We got 80. Or, okay, yeah, we were at 70 some. We're going to level this up 3 more times. Almost 3 more times, which means we're almost there. We just need to get 1 more tiny increase. Let's see exactly how big of an increase we need to get. But yeah, I just realized I can't swap my trees out because so much of the benefit of my animals here are coming from the trees. Okay, I need to get 10 more wealth. No, sorry, I need to get 40 more. We're not going to make it. Dang. Because, I mean, okay, hold up. So the thing we're trying to go for here with the market, if we get 2 more distinct biotica with a gold yield, that gets us an extra 100, which is definitely over the 40. And if that costs us 20, that means it's 80. And if it costs us 10, that's 70. That's still over the 40. I think, because, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, I think I've got 2 Eon left. And I think that swapping out a tree for something else costs only 1 Eon. So I think if I swap out my 2 trees for distinct money-making items, I will still get the overall benefit. And I will get the 2nd star. Let's see if this is true. Okay, so the giant walking over here. So this is going to undermine the crossbill. Crossbills are going to start sucking. But I can correct this in the next era. Okay, so the crossbills suck more, but we got a new distinct money-making biotica. And similarly, replacing the Rowan tree is going to be annoying, but if we do it, then we should see a cavalcade of gold come out of this. We're spending our last Eon, so now it's time for a new era, but big, massive pile of gold. And so now we're going to level up to 15. And once we level up to 15, we're going to get that 2nd star. We're not going to get the 3rd star. That's for the future. But 2nd star. Oh. Oh, dang. I'm actually about to satisfy this top one, I think. But 175 on the planet. There's no way to cross that with no time left. So that is tempting, though. Like, now that I know what the 3rd star requirement is, I feel like I can target this later and get 3 stars. For right now, though, we're going to continue into the next era. So we got 2 stars, which I think this is the first time we've gotten 2 stars in the Merchant Age. So I'm probably going to get a reward for that. And so now, Sludge Corp. We got to choose another era. I've never done Sludge Corp before. So one of my cities... Okay, these are all hard. This one's less hard. One of my cities is going to... Okay, so we need to maximize food for Sludge Corp. And only one of my cities even cares about food. Age of Horror is more focused on wealth, which is what I've already been committing to. So maybe Age of Horror is a better choice. The Dark Offering tag is revealed for your Biotica. Great. Okay, let's do this one. So this was like Cthulhu type stuff going on now. Okay, so now we got a new improvement of some kind that's been unlocked for the Goddess Town. She's got weird stuff that she wants to do. Some kind of sacrifice altar. Something sinister is brewing, but we don't know what. So, for the Age of Horror, for the first stage of it, we need to get the Goddess's wealth up to 40. Currently, her wealth is 21, so that's a lot of work. However, she's going to unlock a new improvement if we just get our prosperity up just a little bit. So we can do that, but I think before we do that, let's correct the mess that we made in Easternwood City. So let's just move some crap around. We still want to have the Sharwat, but let's put the fir tree back where it was. And similarly, we still want to have the agate, but let's put that rowan tree back where it was. So this is just going to be, basically, because it would have cost 5 Eon to place these, I couldn't place them in the correct place last time, but now we fixed Easternwood City. It's good. So, the Goddess Town. I need to get its wealth up to 40. It's only at 21. And its overall prosperity also wants to get up at least a couple more notches. So let's see. So we've got some space here. Like, for instance, pearls. Pearls are great. They like to be next to the coast. They need biodiversity. And this ocean, I spent all of its biodiversity on the marlins. So I need to raise its biodiversity so I can place pearls. So is there anything that actually just actively raises biodiversity by extra amounts? I don't think so. The sea bass gives you food. And it wants 3 distinct critter biotica in the biome, which... How many critter biotica do I already have? I've got... These guys are critters. Those guys are not critters. Those guys are not... So, we've only got 1 critter in here already, so... These guys won't have their full benefit. Herring are just herring. Oh, but this guy... Wait, this guy adds... He does add extra... Wait, does he add extra? No, he costs biodiversity, I think. So, let's say... Okay, we want pearls. We want pearls here. So I guess we'll just... Let's put a sea crate here. Oh, wait, no. We want to place things we haven't placed before because we already have sea crates. We have sea crates and clownfish and the 2 fancy fish. So we actually want is something we haven't placed before so we can raise our biodiversity. That's right. So let's not place that. Let's place suckerfish. That's one we haven't done, right? And he wants... Ooh, this guy gets benefits for every distinct predator. That's going to be a bunch, actually. We've got marlins and we've got snakes. And I don't know if the barrel eyes... barrel eyes are critters. And they're dark offerings. Cool. Okay, so that raised the biodiversity by 1. I need by 1 more. And these guys like predators. Do I have any predators I haven't placed yet? Yeah, we got the sea bass. They're predators. And they like critters. So yeah, let's put a sea bass outside the city. And then that should raise the biodiversity enough that we should be able to place pearls. Wait, did it not? Oh, because the sea bass, it costs... I forgot it costs biodiversity. So it just basically... It undermined its own biodiversity. Okay, fine. Herring, then. I'm wasting so much Eon right now, but whatever. It's fine. That raises the biodiversity. Now we'll place the pearls. I love that these guys all wear cloaks now, that they're like Cthulhu followers. But yeah, it looks like they're probably going to go over here and extend their borders, which is good. So then we'll get the benefits of these biotica that I just placed. So yeah, take your time getting over here, Frost Giant. So place some pearls. And that should get the prosperity of Goddess Town way up there. And raise her wealth significantly too. So her wealth is piling up. And now she offers me an opportunity. Okay, let's get familiar with what she's got here. So she's got a bunch of different minerals. She's got some animals and trees. Kind of probably too many trees. Over here. She's got a bunch of fish in the sea. And she wants a lot of wealth specifically. Okay, so extra wealth based on the most high producing animal. Or extra wealth based on the highest producing gem. Or all of the animals in the border getting extra wealth. These are all... They're all kind of the same category. They're not big piles of wealth. So, now, is it only wealth-producing animals? For each gold in animals. Okay, so I can either basically double my highest animal. My highest animal, there's 75. And the more animals I add in this biome, which I don't have any room for that. But if I were to add more animals in this biome, this would... get bigger, but Okay, so I get 75 by doubling the fox. Or the fox could get 37 and a half. But then all the other animals could get upgrades too. All the other animals that get gold. So these guys would get half of 37. These guys are just food. These guys would get 25. And I could add more animals, getting more money, because I think the marlin... I mean, the marlin definitely added a lot. Though I don't think I could have a second marlin in here. That would take some doing. The barrel eyes, though, could provide some. So, yeah, I think that the one that levels up all animals is probably the better one. So I'll do that. And so now we get another big pile of gold coming into the goddess. It's only going to bump her up 2 more levels, though. 40 wealth for the goddess. That's going to be a challenge. I don't know how to do too much more than that. Because as we go higher and higher on this scale, the number of different like gold inputs that it takes to level you up gets higher and higher. Now, if I could just raise her prosperity, I could, you know, in other areas, that could help, but... And I want... Okay, actually, you know what? I can draft some more things. There might be some... So she's mostly taiga, but she's got ocean and jungle as well. Oh, and I can expand. I can even expand within her borders. So if you expand the planet outside someone's borders, you get a lot more space. If you expand inside, you get less space, but it's still useful. So there might be something I can do there. Let's see what our options are in the taiga. Bunch of possibilities here. Whoa, what is this? So platinum magnifies the gold from nearby places. It's triple star. So it's got a base output of 40, and then it wants to be rugged, though I don't know how much rugged do I have in this biome. I've got 9. Okay, so platinum could actually be pretty good. I'd want to put it in a spot where it can be next to a bunch of gold producing stuff. Like I could put it here. Or actually, I could, you know what? I could split the earth here. And then place it. Yeah, I could move things around. So I feel like I could make that work. But let's see what the other... Oh wait, I can't back out. You know what? Let's just do this. Let's say we're gonna go platinum. And then what is it? There's another thing in there. Nephrite. Oh, if it's far away from a city. It likes being far away from a city. 6 patches though. That's yeah, I'm not doing that. This one though wants to be adjacent to critters. Okay. It wants to be adjacent to critters. I think that's doable. I think we can make something like this work. So let's buy another expansion. Let's do it inside the borders, even though that doesn't give us as much space. Let's put it here, between the rocks and the critters. Ooh, we've got a mineral magnifier here. Okay. This is great. Okay, so let's swap the stoat and the vole. I did that wrong. And the reason I'm doing that is the platinum is going to benefit from... Actually, we don't need to swap them. Well, okay, it reduces biodiversity to just have 2 stoats, but the 2 stoats do support each other. They're also critters. So basically these 2 stoats will be, like, cannibalizing each other, and it's fine. So we lose some biodiversity, but we gain some ruggedness by having more predators. I think that's fine. So we want to place platinum here. That means we're going to need to upgrade this spot. But before we upgrade it, we should fill it with good stuff. So let's see. So we've got the labradite that wants to be next to critters. Put that here. And it's a dark offering too, which is great. Okay, so that's really good output. And then let's say that can't be placed. So something else that will... 15. This is 15 and mystery. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put this here. Because it's 15 plus mystery on the mineral benefit. And it... Yeah, it's going to add to the rugged. It's going to do a bunch of good stuff. And now that we've got two things there that can be legacied, let's upgrade this patch. And I think we're at a level where we're going to be getting 3-star slots now. Yes, these are now 3-star slots. And this has got a gold booster? No way. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, now we're placing not enough biodiversity. How much do we need? We need 10 biodiversity? Dang. Well, dang. That makes things more difficult. I don't think we even have... I was reading that. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We only have 9 slots. So any biodiversity, like... We would need to... Okay, so... Okay, we are putting the voles back. Because the voles artificially bump up the biodiversity. So not only do they add their own increment to the biodiversity, they also artificially upgrade it. The foxes consume it. So I think I might need to eliminate the foxes. Let's fill these other spaces. But I think eliminating the fox might actually be a step towards making the platinum work. So I don't know. That's becoming a pretty big trade-off. But this thing is so good. Yeah. Okay. So we've got this. Not that. We've got. Does this thing consume biodiversity? It doesn't. But it wants to be 6 patches away from town. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4. It would need to be 5, 6 away from town in order for that to be working. Now, okay. Another option is eat into the jungle. Like basically just cancel the parakeet, the flint, the Ramon tree, all that stuff. Like, get rid of it. And replace it. Because I don't think... Yeah, I can't afford any more expansions. Though, oh, wait. No. There is another thing that I can do. A terraform charge. Forgot about this. Okay, with a terraform charge, I can create a mountain. And a mountain adds slots. And so I might be able to get my biodiversity up that way. So look at that. So what was the deal with this one again? Oh yeah, so it wants to be far away, so that's not going to work. So now we could just start... This thing it's going to have 6 adjacent slots now. And we can just start biodiversifying the heck out of this area. I'll want to put a lot of money-making stuff around it. So this is going to violate biodiversity at first. Because I'm basically going to take copies of these two and put them next door to this guy. We got to figure out, what have we not built in this area? One thing I could actually do is I could move the fox. And because I put like a fancy fox over here. Also, actually, okay, I can't upgrade the taiga anymore, so that's not going to solve my problem. What other money making things can we do here? So we could. Yeah, so if we remove the fox from here, and then move him over here, he'd get I think you get a benefit for putting a lower level thing inside a higher level slot. So that could be cool. Crossbills, they like being next to trees. I don't have any trees in the taiga right now, but that would certainly increase my biodiversity. So let's... With the crossbills, yeah, these are money makers. So let's put the crossbills here, near where the platinum's going to be. And then let's put a tree next to them. Ooh, cloudberry. What is this? Oh, it likes having critters next to it. Right. And it's 2-star. I'm not going to worry about that. Let's just put this big old guy here. So that's going to increase our biodiversity. And so the goddess really likes having just everything. She likes prosperity generally, so it doesn't hurt me to put like wealth producing items here. Okay, so we're throwing a bunch of food at her now. The biodiversity's up to 7. What else can we put here? Bunnies! We don't have any bunnies. Let's put some bunnies in here. And the fox likes having more animals. So yeah, the more animals I add, the better this fox is getting. And so we just need to add 2 more distinct things. So I think, you know what? Let's have one of these be a fox, but then let's replace this fox with something else. We don't have anything new here. The rowan likes it rugged, so let's replace the fox with a rugged rowan. Yeah, this fox is producing a ton. We'll replace this fox with a rowan so that we can keep the biodiversity up. Then I just need to find one more thing to place here. And I think I've placed practically everything I can. I think my only option now is this one. The nephrite, it's not going to be happy. It's not going to be producing its full amount because it's too close to a city, but it is something that I can place to get my biodiversity up to 10. So I think I have to place it here, even though that's going to be a little disappointing. So it's only a little bit. Oh, wait. It's 6. I assume the city starts here. It's getting the... Is it getting this benefit, or is it not? It looks like it's getting something. Okay, base value 10, multiplier. Oh, from the previous labradorite. That's why it's 57. I thought, is it getting this benefit? No, it's not getting this benefit. Okay, so now let's place the thing we've been preparing for, the platinum. It's got a bunch of moneymakers clustered around it. So it's got 566 gold pouring out of this thing. So plus 50 for each rugged in the biome, which is a lot. And then plus extra gold for each gold in the adjacent stuff, which is 28%. That still seems like a lot. Wow. Oh no, it's plus 128%. Not just plus 28%, it's plus 100. Okay, I don't know how that works, but whatever. We're getting there. We're getting up to 40. Yes! From the deep, an entity has awoken. Wait. Is this a new giant? Or is it just a feature of the terrain now? Okay, it's not a new giant. I don't get to control this guy. He's some kind of dark elder god. Oh, well, you know what? This has been an exciting session, but I am out of time. I have to go to a meeting right now. So we did the thing I was trying to do. We have earned our first star in a new age that I've never experimented with before. I don't know if I'll be able to get further in the Age of Horror. This is a lot of wealth and a lot of food for me to try to accomplish. Wait, blood? This is a new resource. Okay, I don't know how any of this works. But I will have to leave that to your imagination. Or you know what you could do? You could go get Reus 2, and you could try this stuff out, and you could see if you get as excited about it as I am. So, yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at that. But if you want to subscribe to my channel, there is a button right there. And if I come back and I have more to share about Reus 2, I'll stick that there. Yeah, I guess that's it. Go get Reus 2. It's so cool.